Hey guys, my name's Steven Lovaz. All my friends call me House.
And my name's Lucas Acton.
We are the Grape Generation from Penticton, British Columbia, Canada. We started out as two young guys with a passion for life, and took our passion for life and moved it on to food and wine.
Now we want to share that with you. Join us through our tastings and experiences as we explore the exciting wine culture here in British Columbia, Canada. We are the Grape Generation, bringing in the next generation of food and wine drinkers, one sip at a time.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 1 of the Grape Generation.
It's been an interesting learning month for us here at the Grape Generation, but we are really glad to get our first episode off the ground.
This episode, we have an exciting tasting coming to you with one of our local favorites, the Red Rooster 2009 Riesling, and an interview with Summergate Wineries located in Summerland, BC.
Remember guys, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, and check out our Twitter at Grape Generation.
And now for the tasting.
Red Rooster Riesling. Now I'm very excited about talking about this wine because it's full of a lot of history. One of the biggest things that they're known for is having a lot of local artists, such as controversial artist Michael Hermish.
Michael Hermish is the artist that's responsible for Frank the Bag Champ. Frank has been a staple point in Penticton and at Red Rooster Winery for a few years now. Stop by and visit him, check him out on Google. He's got a following.
Red Rooster is also known for having a lot of rich local culture and history. With it, the main building is comprised of pieces from the Naramata train dogs.
Had some good times in those train dogs.
The rich, passionate love of winemaking also brings a very unique style towards any wine that Red Rooster produces, which also makes it a very fun and unique experience every time you visit the winery. Like I said, today's wine is a Red Rooster Riesling. Rieslings are generally known for having very fruity, sort of citrusy, passion fruit, papaya, a lot of tropical notes to it, banana. So we'll see how this one holds up. Very pleasant notes. A lot of green apple, a little bit of citrus, lemon. See the banana and papaya very off white.
Not too acidic.
Very fruity. Excellent. This will go very good. Very, very good. With a nice citrus sort of salmon or fish of some kind. Dungeness crab even. Perfect with a nice Dungeness crab dish.
My favorite sushi.
We're here today at Summergate Wineries, one of the few organic wineries in all of British Columbia. Let's have some fun, guys, see how this one goes.
This small winery in Summerland, British Columbia has released only one vintage of wines, all of which are coveted by those who already have them. Get there early for next year's release and drop by to have a tasting with this family-owned and operated organic winery.
Welcome, we are here at Summergate Wines. We're here with Gillian, one of the owners. One of the things we were talking about earlier was basically 3 quotes or 3 mantras that you guys like to live by here at Summergate Wines. Could you kind of say those again?
Sure. One of them is that, well, my husband likes to say that when you get into the wine industry, you go from riches to rags because you got to start with enough money to buy all the equipment, and you don't always make a lot of money at the beginning. So that's how that one goes. The other one is that being big isn't part of our plan. We want to make wines that we really like to drink, and we don't want to grow too big. We want to keep things sort of small scale. And so production in the next few years, that's about as far as we can go with it. And so part of that was that we want to make wines that we like to drink, and if there's some left over, then we'll sell it. That's what we want to do.
Hey, part of this industry, you cannot go wrong with that. And one of the things we were talking about earlier was the local aspect that you guys like to feature here. What are you guys kind of doing locally with some of the education system and people around the valley?
Sure. One of the things we do is that we buy our tanks from Ripley Stainless here in Summerland, and instead of getting the tanks from Europe and having them shipped halfway across the world, we can just get them from our good friends at Ripley. And if we have any problems, then we just call them up and they can come get the tanks, go fix them, and bring them back to us. So that works really well.
Hey, there's no problem with that. Especially supporting the local guys always. I find it was always better than kind of importing from Europe or wherever you're kind of getting from. So.
And it makes it personal, and you've got good relationships, and then you're all part of the community.
Very true. All right, guys, thanks for joining us today. We're at Summergate Wines in Summerland, BC. Come and check them out, guys. They're an organic winery doing a lot of amazing things. Talk to you later.
Wine tip of the week.
Hey guys, one important part of Grape Generation is wine education. We want to show you guys on our episode some of the things you might not know about wine, and we want to teach them to you. Here's this week's wine tip of the week: how to cleanse your palate.
The reason you want to cleanse your palate is because every wine from every winery has a different flavor, certain characteristics that make each wine unique. And in order to actually get those flavors tasted, you have to cleanse your palate. Easy way to do that is with water. When you taste a sip of the wine, if you want to taste the next wine, have a sip of water. Cleanses your palate, lets you enjoy each flavor. Another easy way is using soda crackers or pretzels. Pretzels are my favorite. There you go, guys. That's this week's wine tip of the week. Remember, always cleanse your palate in between tastings. That way you get the full flavor of each wine.
This has been your
Wine tip of the week.
All right, guys, that brings the end to episode 1 of the Grape Generation. Thank you for joining us today.
Remember, you can follow us on Twitter at Grape Generation, him as That Chef House, and myself as Passion for Vin.
Once again, guys, thank you for joining us. We had a lot of fun sipping some wine and having a good time, and we look forward to having many more good times showing you guys the beauty of British Columbia.
Stay classy.
Sip responsibly.